thank you for tuning in to the Josh and Friends podcast. I am your host. My name is Josh, and my guest today is someone I've known for over a decade now. Pretty crazy. We originally met at this little dive bar just south of Seattle where they had karaoke going on. I think it was on a Thursday night, something like that. Anyway, this place was definitely a dive bar. We're talking bikers and some shady-looking folks at this place. But there was actually this one table full of girls who was having fun, doing shots, singing upbeat songs. And one of the females actually really stood out because her voice was just so insanely powerful and strong. It was like a shock to the system. Similar to like one of those viral videos where the actual musician dresses up in a disguise and they go up and they sing their own song, and you're like, who the hell is this? What the hell is going on here? Anyway, this person is not only one of the best singers that I've ever known, but she's also just someone who's extremely personable and has just a super positive attitude, and above all, she just loves to have fun. So it's time to fasten up your seatbelts, because it's about to get crazy. It's about to get wild. Here's the one and only April Whale. All right, April. Hey, welcome back to Phoenix. How you been?
Hey, I'm great. How are you doing?
Doing well. Hey, you look good. You look good.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. So, did you have a good flight?
I did. I had a great flight. Met some really cool people next to me.
Yeah.
So we just talked the whole time. They were awesome.
So, what did you guys talk about on the plane?
We talked about some things that I'm doing, and then we also talked about work and what they did and what I did, and we live really close to each other. So
that's always good. So what do they fly into Phoenix for?
One of them, their son has baseball games all week. Yeah. So.
Right on. Baseball year round here. Yeah. So yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, well, we go like way back.
Yes.
I mean, I guess, gosh, like 10 years now, right? So, I mean, so we first, I believe we first met at that karaoke bar up in Kent. Is it Kent or Renton?
Renton.
Was it Renton?
Yeah.
And which is no longer there.
Yeah.
Bender's.
Yes.
And you made a sad face. You made a sad April Whale face.
Because I loved that bar.
Now, how would you describe Bender's if you were going to be, if people were like, I wonder what Bender's is like, how would you describe that bar?
Bender's was the kind of place that it didn't matter what time you went there or what day. Yeah. You could always go there and you knew everyone in the bar. It was just a very family, like everyone loved each other. We all hung out outside the bar.
I'm always like fascinated by girls' answers to this as far as like my original experience with that place. Now, I remember going there a few times actually before I ran into your group of friends, and it was kind of like... It was like a kind of like a biker bar on the backside of a little strip mall, and there was like people who would people would like stare us down like in like when we were like just trying to go get a drink or go to the bathroom. And I remember like this one time, just fast forwarding a little bit, just to paint another picture here. I was there with my ex Natalie, and she's like, this tall blonde girl with big boobs, and that's
exactly how
right?
I would describe her.
Yeah, exactly, right? Just like hot chick, right?
Yeah.
And this guy he's like staring at her the entire time, and I'm pretty sure you know who this is, but anyway, he's like a I don't know how you describe him, like a punk rock fucking steroid guy, and he like, you could tell he's like waiting to make his move. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So I come to the bathroom. I'm out like pretty fast, and he's like right next to her, like almost
already
like this,
swooped.
like his arm around the chair, and he's like, "How you doing?" And she's like, "Can I give me that look?" Like, oh God. He's like, oh, gosh, you need to get me out of this bar. And I'm like, oh God. And the guy's like, he's like kind of staring me down. I'm like, really? Like, wow, that's some balls right there.
Yeah, I'm here with her.
Right,
like we came
right.
together.
So I'm like, Jesus, that's God. But yeah, it's kind of like it was certainly like one of the. It was certainly the karaoke stage, or like the stage for bands and stuff like that. It's one of the best I've ever seen. The sound systems and like the stage itself. Like, I mean, if you're going to go sing karaoke, well, man, you got to get some balls, because you're going up on this big stage. It's like 4 feet up in the air, and like you're on a real stage, like singing karaoke. So, I mean, some people would stand out below or just take the mic next to their
stand
seat,
on the dance floor.
Yeah. but it was but yeah. So I mean, I remember seeing there's like fights there. Did you see like fights there?
Really when people would go fighting and stuff, I would walk away and like go and take a shot because I think that people look silly when they fight. Like,
well, I think it was funny too because like I'm like. There would be cops out in the parking lot. Always. They'd be like parked out there. And I'm like, okay. And there's like people like making drug deals and shit like that out there. And I'm like, I'm really painting this place as a great picture. Or just at the table. Right, yeah. And so I remember this, I went to, our buddy Swervin Gervin.
Yes.
Our buddy Gervin. He was like, I'll never forget this story when he was, I think he was doing that song Flowbots, like the, with no handlebars.
Oh, yeah.
With no handlebars. Yeah. And a big giant fight like broke out like out in the parking lot. And I just remember I had like this full beer and he's on stage. Literally every single person in the bar, including the bartenders and the karaoke people, like everyone just ran outside to like see what was going on. And I'm just remember I didn't even flinch. I'm like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what's going on. I don't want to get shot. I don't care. Like, so I just thought that was so funny.
My question is, did Gervin keep singing his song?
He did. I swear to God, he did. But right when it ended, he went outside too.
No one's in the bar.
Yeah.
They're just Swervin killing it on the mic.
Exactly. So doesn't that sound just like Gervin too?
It totally does.
What's your favorite, do you have a favorite Gervin story?
Oh my
I'll tell you mine.
Okay, let me hear yours.
Oh, you want to hear mine?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there was this one time I had to go to the bathroom, and he would get so trashed. That doesn't sound like him, right? No. So he gets so trashed, but like I went into the bathroom, and you know how the guys' bathrooms have the urinals, and it has like I think that one had 3 urinals.
Yes.
Right. So I go into the.
I shouldn't know that, but yes.
Yeah. So anyway, I go into the bathroom, and as a guy, you don't want to. Especially with ones with no split dividers in them. Yep. So I went to the far one, and I'm relieving myself. I casually look over and I'm like, hey man, are you okay? And Gervin is standing up in the pee, like he's standing up at a urinal, but he's passed out against the wall. He's passed out peeing against the wall. And I'm like, I've never in my life see somebody like actually passed out while
was his eye, like his eyes were closed and he was just
he was out. I was like talking to him and I don't even think he was saying anything. And I was like, okay, well, have fun. Yeah. And I was like, oh, time to wash my hands and get out of here. Yeah. So how about you?
Yeah. So, oh man, I can still envision this in my head. So Gervin, again, was marginally intoxicated.
What?
Yeah, I know, it's weird. And for some reason, someone had brought a hula hoop in the bar. And so here's drunk Gervin that gets up and he slays it. When he does, and when he raps, like he slays it. He's so good.
Oh, dude, like when he does Vanilla Ice, it's insane.
Yeah, like it's, and when him and Blaze, when they would do it together, kill it. And so, I just remember all of a sudden looking up on stage. I was getting a drink and I looked up on stage and he is rapping and hula hooping all over the stage.
I'm sorry, did you say hula hooping?
Yes.
The fuck?
Wasted. And I'm like, I can't even go that long. And he did it the entire song.
What? And is there video of this?
Yes. I have video on one of my old phones. I'll definitely have to find it.
You're going to have to send that to me. You're going to definitely have to send that to me.
Like, so funny.
That is awesome.
I love it.
So I originally, I think I went there with, my friends, Ryan and Heidi. Remember Heidi? And Riddle. And maybe, Fetus and Melissa. Bubbles. Bubbles. I don't know. But my memory's getting worse and worse over the years, so I don't know. So who is a part of your original crew? Is it you and Jenny?
Yep, me and Jenny.
Heather, Massey. Yep. Are you still friends?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And then who else? Who else was there?
Stephanie.
Oh yeah, Stephanie. Patrick, yeah, right.
So Jessica was a pretty original as well.
So okay, gotcha. Yeah, I remember her. And who's the one that moved? Both of them. There's two of them that moved.
Jessica moved over back to Spokane.
Okay.
And then
someone moved like over to the Midwest or something like that.
Oh yeah.
One of your friends. Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
All right. Okay. So anyway, but you brought up someone that I definitely want to talk about. Patrick.
Yes.
Patrick Bartholomew. Man, I love this guy so much, man.
Me
like,
too.
If someone was doing, I loved one of my favorite things about Patrick was that he was the karaoke host. He was like he was the DJ / host. He'd play like music and songs, and then sing songs and then call people up. And if someone was doing a horrific job, like butchering the shit out of a song, he would shoot me over a look, and it would be hilarious. He'd be like, just his eyes like wide open, like, wow, like, holy crap. And I would laugh so hard.
With a smile on his face, and he'd be nodding.
It was, yeah. When they'd look over, he'd be like, yeah, this is great. Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah. It's so funny.
It was so funny. He was the best.
Oh God, he was so funny.
He was so funny.
And Stephanie, she would go like and hang out with him while, like, not all the time, but like
only Thursdays.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yep.
Okay. So they would go hang out, or she'd go hang out, and like they'd. That's how I met her. Now, so I remember he would just like go, or they would hang out. But what actually, from what you can remember, when a karaoke host would I can't even think of a karaoke host that would actually like make me stand up on stage and do songs that he wanted to hear just because like I was doing ridiculously dumb songs. Like, there's not many people that I know. Actually, I've only maybe seen a couple other people that actually chose to do TV theme songs, and he like loved that I used to do that. Yes, and then he would like, here you go. Well, I want to hear this one, so I want you to do this one next. And I'm like, I think he got me up there, and he kept me up there for like 6 songs, which isn't a long time because they're like 30 seconds long or something like that. But it's still like, I just wanted to do the Full House theme song, and here I am doing like all these different TV theme shows.
Yeah, he used to do that with me too, with Bad Romance. Sometimes he would literally make me sing it 2 times in a row because he wanted to sing it, and he would always say, I don't know what's going on, but my computer's broken.
So we're just going to go with this.
Only letting April sing. And I was I love
so
him.
Awesome. Yeah, he was awesome.
He was the best.
Now, so he ended up tragically dying in a car accident on July 5th. 2011, I think it was. So that was really, really sad. I know, along with our buddy Daniel and this DJ host here, Brad, in Phoenix, Patrick was the best like I've ever seen. Like, he was just like the all-around like fun, interactive, very engaging, and really took the job seriously. I think that I would say most karaoke hosts, they just kind of like just go through the motions.
Yeah,
and
thanks for not putting me on that list.
This sucks. Yeah. Oh no, buddy. I'm just saying, like, I didn't go to you like regularly
because you didn't live.
Yeah, you lived far away, and yeah. So, but do you? So, when Patrick died, where were you? How did you find out about that?
I woke up to a text message.
So I think you sent me a message.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I did actually, because
wow.
I woke up to the message, and because I had heard it from Stephanie and also Ronte.
Now, was Stephanie dating him at the time, or did they just break up, or what was the deal?
They were not together at the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just, I woke up to that, and I didn't even believe it. And I called his phone for weeks after that, and even just cause I wanted to hear his voicemail.
Yeah, right.
And,
I still have people's phone numbers that have deceased, that have passed on.
He's still in my phone.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I just can't get rid of it.
It's kind of like a tribute, kind of like, when they Facebook turns the pages into like kind of like almost like tributes to like the our buddy, so it kind of switched because Bender's, I think, eventually closed down, right?
Yes.
But so then the party kind of, I kept talking to you guys, and I'm like, you have to meet this guy. You got to see this DJ. You got to see this host, this karaoke host. You won't even believe it. They're like, I don't know. And I'm like, you got to come down. I think it was like you that first came down out of that group.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I'm
oh my God.
Yes.
And Daniel. And this guy, how did you describe Daniel?
Oh my, the most beautiful human being, inside and out. Oh my gosh, he is just a blast.
So he
kind of
looks like God. Who does he look like? He kind of looks like that.
He's bald and beautiful.
Yeah, he's this bald guy, and he's like kind of like thin, and he's like he's very flamboyant
and very limber. He does lots of high kicks.
I mean,
splits.
he would. I can't even. It's hard to even
you
describe
this him
because you'd be sitting there singing a song, and then he'd be like dancing right next to you, or
on a chair.
Yeah,
on a
like
table.
you get up on a table, and you're like, how is the bar allowing this? But it's Daniel. Like, you know what I mean? That's what made that place so good, though. It's like you're kind of like at a house party at that bar.
Yeah,
it was like batshit crazy in there.
Yeah,
like,
totally. And he wouldn't let me get a drink. He told the bartenders that I was not allowed to have a drink unless I sang Whitney Houston, "I Will Always Love You." That was the first, like, off the bat. I'm like,
whoa,
I haven't even drank anything yet.
They should have paid me as a part of doing promotions for that place.
You did a great
I brought
job.
so many people into that place. Like, I got people from the radio station in that place, and they had their friends come in. I had friends from all over. Like, people didn't, you should have seen that place. There's not many people that ever showed up to that place. And I was like, why are people not here for this? This is nuts. Like, because he would treat that performance, so like as a deep cut here, that group, not Temple of the Dog, Mother Love Bone. Have you ever heard of Mother Love Bone?
No.
So it was kind of like it was like a band, early Seattle band before all the Pearl Jams, and like, you know, I think there's members of Pearl Jam in that band. But like there was the lead singer. His name was Andrew. He was like, they used to say this about him. He ended up dying. And it was like right before they were going to, like, you know, break big, but he ended up dying of some overdose or something. But they said that this guy was nuts. He was like, he would play at the little Central in downtown Seattle.
Oh, okay.
And not in Kent.
Yeah, I was like,
no.
Before they made it big.
Every place has a Central. No, he played this little bar, and you know, it wasn't like a little tiny bar, but it was like, you know, it wasn't huge. It was like a bar in like a Pioneer Square, right? But he would play like he was playing to a stadium. And that is what that is what Daniel does. And like, it didn't matter if there was like 5 people in the bar or like 100 people in the bar. Daniel would be like literally be putting on a show.
Yeah.
And I totally always respected that. So
totally. And he always had so many outfits. Do you remember how many times
he put up a stage. He put up a stage, and then he'd have the big words in sparkly letters, Daniel,
sparkly red.
And then he'd make signs like for what if it was like St. Patrick's Day or something, whatever. And then he'd go up there and make outfit changes, and And
it was a complete experience.
You remember the duet I used to sing with him?
Man eater.
But I changed the lyrics. I'm like, Daniel's a man eater, and he's like, man eater. So
yes, it was so great.
It was so fun, and like they were just like they were very they let the alcohol flow at that place.
Oh yeah, they did.
I'm like, I got to make sure that I'm drinking beer at this place because I'm gonna not be able to like. This is. I'm not gonna be able to stand up.
But even still, they did $1.75 Coronas
on
Saturday
right.
night, so you'd get a bucket for $8.
Yeah, it's nuts. Just fucking crazy on Saturday night. On Saturday,
I know it was
Jesus.
So packed in there.
Oh, dude, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So, and you guys. By the way, just going back to Benders, you guys in your fucking shots. I swear to God, Jesus Christ. So like, I used to be afraid of you guys. Your table. I would always kind of like I would sit at like one of the tables, kind of like most of the time I'd like chill. Like when I first started going there, kind of like by myself, I'd chill by myself, and I'd just kind of like just talk to Patrick and stuff, and then you guys would be like to my left. And you guys would be bringing over fucking trays full of shots. And then one time they're like, someone didn't take one, and you're like, yeah, you want one? I'm like, and you're like, oh yeah, you want one? And I'm like, oh fuck. And then like that became like, well, every time we order shots, you fucking need a shot. And I'm like, oh fuck. So like, and you're
That's
famous.
Still like today.
Yeah, yeah, great.
I'm still like that today.
Yeah. So, and your famous line is, you'd be like, shots. You're like, it's like the fucking Jersey Shore over here. Oh God. So I just remember sitting there and then you guys be ordering shots, and like I'd be like, fuck, dude, like this is not like I get to sing one song, and then like 2 shots in, I'm like, fuck, I need to go close my tab. And I'd literally go up to the bar, I'd close up my tab, and I'd run the fucking,
I know,
I'd sneak out.
You would never
Oh no, because then you guys are like, you guys would beg me to stay. And then,
I know. I followed you. I saw you sneaking out multiple times. I don't know if you remember this, but I literally was like following you to your truck, like, no, get your booty back inside.
Yeah, okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Just yeah, no.
And then I would see you over at Sherry's.
Sherry's.
Yeah, remember? We used to always go there for double stuffed hash browns.
Double stuffed. That was your.
I know,
like,
it's my thing.
Yeah. But I think I ate one of them once. I'm like, oh god, that's good.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So I think my liver's permanently damaged
You're
from that
welcome.
era from you guys. So
you're
thanks.
Just gonna remember it forever, or not remember it forever. However you want to look at it.
Oh God. So then you started working as a karaoke host.
Yes.
And that was like, so like, I think it was kind of like I think that was like kind of like when I was moving, like you started doing that. So like, but I would see that you'd always like be promoting on your Facebook, which is smart because all the good like bartenders like in this area, they do that too, right? And it's smart.
But I hated doing it because I thought it was like annoying people.
But it is annoying, but it is smart because if they know that you're going to be there and they love you, which most people do, you always, my thing is fun people people want to hang out with fun people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
totally.
So it just, you exude that energy, you know what I mean? And it's just more fun to be around no matter what. Like, it's just, I don't know. You've always had that. And
Thank you.
Yeah. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So every single night that you'd promote, it would be so funny. I'll be like, oh God, here we go. All right, here we go. So it's, what is Tuesday?
Twisted Tuesday.
Twisted Tuesday. And what is Wednesday?
Wasted Wednesday.
How about Friday? Ooh, there's a couple of Fridays, I think.
Effed up Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fireball Friday.
Fireball Friday.
This is so stupid.
Fireball was every
now,
day.
what is Saturday? Is there a Saturday
Shit-face Saturday.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Beep.
Oh, yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine. And then Sunday.
Sunday fun day.
Yeah, of course. Now, is there a Monday one?
Marginally intoxicated Monday. And that is because of you, because you always used to say marginally I'm marginally intoxicated, buddy. And so I was like, marginally intoxicated Monday.
I guess it has a ring to it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Everyone would go every day of the week to Bender's.
Oh,
so
my God.
we had to have
I didn't.
You always went on Wednesdays and then sometimes Thursdays.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh God. Yeah. So now, what are the songs that you used to? You're known as a really good singer. So like people know that you have some pipes, and I think that's no secret. What are some of the songs that you used to sing back in the day that were your go-tos, or that people like you said that Patrick used to make you sing? Bad Romance by what's her name, Lady Gaga. I remember you singing Bring Me Back to Life.
Yes, Evanescence.
Yep, that was a big one.
Wow, I haven't done that one
You
forever.
should. You should.
I did a lot of Evanescence. Call Me When You're Sober, My Immortal. And then Whitney Houston was a huge one that was requested a lot.
Right. And that's tough. Like normal people just can't whip out Whitney Houston, man. You got to have some pipes for that.
And but my favorite one was to do is I Want to Dance with Somebody or
That's a fun one.
Yeah, so much fun.
You got to have the fun ones. Like,
yes.
Remember we used to always talk about that? We're like, okay, this bar. Oh Jesus.
It's only ballads or sad country songs.
You know what this makes me want to do?
Drink more.
No, it made me want to like get the fuck out of there and go somewhere else. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So do you do any newer songs that people might know, like some Lizzo, some Cardi B, some Ariana Grande?
Zero.
So you're like an oldies actor. You're like, we're just gonna play the hits. We're gonna play the hits, man.
Now they're oldies. I mean, they're like, probably 5 years old when I did them.
Right.
I mean, I've done a couple new Rihanna songs, but I like her old stuff, and so, and then I used to sing Adele when that.
I mean, in all fairness, the music industry is not really what it used to be.
It's not for karaoke. It's a lot of.
It's more like
trance.
Beat, beat oriented. Yeah. I have like what is this? This one song that this one girl does. Gosh, I can't remember the name of it. But it's like one of those like kind of like EDM songs, but it's kind of cheating because they always have like a guy singing it, like a guy rapping, and then like a girl like singing the chorus or something like that, Now, to me, myself, I never really took karaoke too seriously. Like, there was like, are there any songs that I used to sing that you used to like?
Oh my! The first time.
Oh my God! Look at you.
The first time that I heard you do the Full House song, I was like, I love this guy. He is so amazing. And then you always do the never-ending story.
You know what's funny is I can do that song again now because it's back in it's back in pop culture.
Yes.
Did you see that in the
Yes,
latest?
Yes,
whenever
because now people know that it was a thing.
Yeah, because it was in what is that Stranger Things.
Yes.
Yeah, so it came back in Stranger Things season 2, and like and people were like, oh, I love that song, and I'm like, yep, been doing that song for years. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and then you also used to do like Hall & Oates.
Hall & Oates, yeah, Van Halen.
Yes,
yep.
yes.
And then
always different songs. You have the most broadest.
Here's my thing.
Knowledge. It's like intimidating. It's so amazing.
Well, it's not intimidating because I'm not that great. I'm not that great. I just, I'm not that good. But like,
I think you're.
But
good.
Thank you. But but really, I don't.
That's
really,
high praise. Okay.
No, but I would sing the songs because like, especially in like a bar like that, I'm like, okay, it's the same fucking people in here. Like, it's like, all right, like, do I want to hear? Actually, I kind of do want to hear Gervin do. You want to hear people do their big songs, but like mix up like some different songs once in a while. I remember like doing. Do you remember what I did? I used to do that song by Tommy James and the Shondells, or Tommy James solo, "Dragging the Line," and I'd be like, "Dragging the Line," and Daniel would go, "Dragging the Line." It's so great.
Oh, I love it when he does his little thing.
I loved like having him like sing backups or like whatever. It's so funny, dude.
Or literally just come and do like a kick.
Just
you're singing,
dancing in the background. You're like, what is this? Like, even if you didn't like karaoke, you love Daniel, right? Yeah. Like everyone would love Daniel.
Yes,
like,
and he makes everyone feel so uncomfortably amazing.
Exactly. It's the energy. I'm telling you, it's the energy. And then there was like I don't even. So do you remember what was that other bar? I like it's all bar stories.
Yeah.
No, so,
is that what our friendship is, Josh?
We'd go to bars. Remember that old person bar like that was down the street.
Oh, Love's Landing.
Yes. So we went to that place once, and like there was like this old black guy, and his name was Josh. So every time like they would call Josh, we have Josh coming up, and they're like, oh no. Black Josh. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so one time I went up to him and I go, dude, we need to do a karaoke song together. And he goes, oh, and he's like this one of those cool like old, like he was an older dude. He was like an old black guy, and he was like very like he's like, oh yeah, what do you suggest we do? And I go, I'm like, we need to do Ebony and Ivory. And he goes, oh, and he like loved it. And we went up there and we did Ebony and Ivory. It was the greatest thing ever. So that was awesome.
Oh, do you want to know my favorite Love's Landing story?
Yeah, what is it? Oh, is that when you made me do the you bastards?
So Josh, we're sitting at Bender's, and Josh tells us about how all these kids are doing these ices. They're icing their friends.
The Smirnoff
ice. So
because nobody wants to drink, actually just enjoy Smirnoff Ice. So the joke became like they used to sell all these bottles of Smirnoff Ice, and the joke was, you go up with a bottle of Smirnoff Ice, and then you're like, you've been iced. And you're like, and then you bring out the bottle, and you're like, God damn it! So like, then you
have to get on a knee.
If you play by the rules, then you have to get on your knee, and then you have to chug the entire thing right there. So
Bender's didn't have any Smirnoff Ice, so I called down to Love's Landing. I don't even know if you knew this, but I called Love's Landing to see if they had Smirnoff Ice.
How dare you! I did not know this.
And if they didn't, then Mickey said that we could just I could just get some and we could pay that and do it at Bender's.
Wow.
But so they had it. So
Mickey
we went down
these fucking bars, I swear to God. Jesus.
So we go down to Love's Landing, and so I'm like all being secretive, and I'm like putting it in my jacket, and then I come up to him and I'm like, you've been iced.
Oh God. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
I just told you about this. That's not. And he's like, really? That was so great.
Yeah, you got it. And I did it.
You did.
Because I had to.
Like a champ.
Exactly.
But I got you.
Now, didn't you say that you grew up singing in church with your family and like in like the bands and stuff like that you guys had for like?
So I would sing in church with like musicals and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like I had my first solo when I was 3. I can still tell you what I sang.
What was it?
It's Bella, hey, Bella.
Well, we got
hey,
nice. We got
hey, you must so pray. Yeah. I was in this like little genie costume.
That's awesome.
And it was so cute, but it was, yeah. So that was my first.
Look at you.
Yeah.
So
hey.
now you said that I remember you told me this because the Beatles, they're my favorite band.
Yeah.
And you said you guys used to do a lot of Beatles songs.
Yep.
So like, what were some of the Beatles songs you guys did?
Oh my gosh, I don't even.
Don't even remember.
I don't even remember. I really, there's so many, but like that's what my brother listened to and my dad, and like that was just what I grew up with,
right.
like
now,
that and the Queen.
Yeah. The Queen or Queen?
Oh, Queen. Sorry, I was saying that. Yeah.
Now, do you play any instruments?
I play the piano and the bass.
Dang.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I'm not as good as I used to be.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Welcome to every aspect of my life. Now, in high school, you were like you were a cheerleader in high school.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? Were you go to the same high school?
Yeah, A-Town.
Yeah, we were like several years apart. But yeah. Auburn.
Oh yeah, we did cooler.
So you were on the
stuff.
cheer team in high school, or?
Yeah, I cheered throughout high school, and I was cheer captain my senior year.
Whoa!
Yeah, hey.
Dang.
Yeah, we were actually really good.
So you were one of the cool kids.
You know,
I've never met a captain of the cheer team that is not like a popular kid.
Well, so the thing is,
don't try to like
I would never consider myself a cool kid. I just like to love. I love people.
You like that song "Popular"? Have you heard that song? It's like a one-hit wonder from the 90s.
No.
Oh. I'll have to play it for you.
Yeah,
later.
you will. But yeah, so like I would hang out with the skaters one day, like gothic kids, emos, preppy kids, football players.
Yeah.
Like I would just hang out with whoever. I just want to know everyone and
It's
love
called
everyone.
being popular. No, I'm just joking.
Dang it. When I think of like popular kids, I think of assholes.
I remember this one guy, his dad was like, he owned this dealership in town.
Okay.
And he would like every day he'd like drive in with like a new sports car and shit. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. And then there's this other guy, his like dad was the doctor. So like, our football guys are like, oh, it looks like you're one of the starting quarterbacks now. Well, not starting quarterbacks, but I was like, oh, okay, all right. Now, back in 2011, you guys, you actually used your talents and you formed a all-girl band.
Yeah, we did.
And what were they called?
The Tiny Boxes.
Yeah, you got the Tiny Boxes.
Yeah.
Now, where and who came up with this name, and what the hell is it?
So,
and don't make me guess, because I'll fucking go crazy on this.
So Jenny was obsessed with weeds, and so the song was "Little Boxes on a Hillside, Little Boxes Made of Ticky Tacky."
Now you guys did a combination of like writing your own songs and performing like covers, right?
Yeah, we did 50-50. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it was really
Mixing
really fun. Yeah.
So how come the band broke up? You're gonna be on Behind the Music tonight on Behind the Music.
So I'm not exactly sure. All of a sudden, I was just pretty much told that they were dismantling the band, and then all of a sudden,
you were like the lead singer,
yeah,
right?
And then all of a sudden, Jenny was the lead singer, and
is it Jenny from the Block?
Yeah, Jenny
from a block.
Yeah. So they started their own thing, and with one of her old friends from high school. So
okay, well, that's what happens to bands. Yeah. Everyone's in many bands over the years.
I was in a family band at the same time, so I mean, I wasn't able to give it as much effort as I probably should have.
Right.
I was also in my early 20s, and
it's like
wanted
that.
To get crazy.
It's like that. What's that? I keep bringing up all these 90s songs like, you've got to live and learn. All right. Now, I remember when you and your friend Stephanie came out to visit back in Arizona in 2012. You guys almost killed me on that trip, by the way. So I'm kind of scared about you coming back to visit here.
Come on,
that's why I'm like,
you come to visit.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I did warn you to get your liver ready.
Oh,
I said to prepare.
I just remember I kept having to down those blue Rockstar energy drinks, and I swear at one point I'm like, I think you even have a picture of. I'm like, I think I'm having a heart attack right now, and you guys are like, and I'm like, no, I'm fucking serious. I think I'm having a heart attack. And but it was kind of cool because like Dana, Chuck's girlfriend, took you guys on like a tour. Like She's the one that like grew up around here,
Yeah.
so she could like take you everywhere and like knows where everything is. And you guys got to experience the Gilligan's bar.
Yes.
Which had the actual mini bar with mini bartenders.
That is one of my favorite stories. And like anytime.
It's hard to explain because like there's things in Arizona that just exist that don't exist elsewhere.
Yeah.
So
like picture this. I'm sitting on the chair and my knees are like to my chest because the bar stools are so low. And when you stand up, the bar is like about like midway up your leg.
And who's serving you?
A midget.
Hey, we like to call them small people.
Oh, little people.
Little people now.
The little people.
But yeah, the Chewy. I think he's still there. Actually,
Chewy. And so they only serve 22-ounce beers.
So when he gives it to you, it's
he
like
has
this giant.
both hands of this giant beer. and then that beautiful little
was she
girl
there?
outside. Not the blonde one that looks like Britney Spears, but the other one, the
little
beautiful
Asian girl, right? Yeah.
And they had her on a little box stool, and she still was like a foot shorter than everybody else, but she's so
she's
cute.
really nice.
She's so nice.
Chewy can get angry sometimes, but she's like super. She's always like really super nice, and happy, and so and it's cool because that place has like a swing set at the. It's like the place like Chuck and I were talking about this recently, but they've put up like all these like lights everywhere, you know, like the bar lights, like even on the ceilings and shit like that. And I'm like, you walk into that place, you walk into that place, and you're like, fuck, like. It's my eyes are wigging out in this place.
Yeah, I don't want to see the people that I'm talking to.
Right.
Can the dark lights, the beer goggles, like that's what I need right now.
Right, exactly.
Don't highlight what I'm looking at.
Who wants to go in a fucking like brightly lit bar? It's we're not going. We're not practicing for gymnastics at Auburn High School here. We're going to have. We're gonna have drinks. Jesus. Now, I've always been fascinated myself with grocery carts being in weird areas. And I'm glad that you've continued on this tradition. So, let me explain. Let me explain myself. So, I would be driving around town in Auburn, and I expect carts to be like, you know, grocery carts to be like around the corner, or you know, in the parking lot, or you know, even a little bit down the street. But I would be driving like down by the river, and I'd be like, "There's a grocery cart right here." First off, why is there a grocery cart down by the river? Secondly, how did it get? Why? Like, did they take the grocery cart all the way down here to the river? And like, I don't get it. And then, so I just like started posting like pictures of random grocery carts like around, and like people for some reason loved it. They're like, "What the hell?" And then they would start taking pictures of grocery carts in their areas, and I'm like, "What did I do here?" But then you never like really stopped sending me these pictures. Like,
no.
I found it. I actually had to turn around and take a picture of this one. This is.
I definitely have done that. And I've wanted to before other times because literally in this roundabout thing, like where you're going on the freeway, there was literally 50 carts in the middle. Like, I'm like, how did they get on the other side of the road? Like, and like, you know, when you have to do the roundabout to get onto the freeway to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there were literally 50 carts. And then there was some on the side too. And I wanted to turn around and get off on the next exit and then come around. But yeah.
Did you know that I actually won an award from when I was working at the this is pre all these taking pictures of these. I had, you know, I grew up swimming in the river as a kid, like literally almost like every day of my life. Then I got a job at the parks department for Auburn, and I went over to I think it was on the weekend, and I go, "Hey guys, there's a bunch of trash in the river. Do you guys take care of the rivers?" They're like, "No, that's not part of our district or our jurisdiction," and blah blah blah. And I go, "Oh, all right. Just want to let you guys know." And so I go, "Fuck this! I'm just gonna pull it out like on my own time." I went down and I pulled out a fucking cart out of the river.
No.
And it was like, we're talking like, it was deep. You could see it. Like someone must have like picked up one of those. Those are heavy. They're not light. Yeah. They must have picked it up and fucking threw it
off
the bridge into the river. And I went down and I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to go grab it. Cause like, you know, fishermen and stuff, they get their lines caught on that. And then like when swimmers go in there, they can get like a hook or a line like caught in their leg. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm taking it out. So when I got back to I told this is a bad mistake, by the way. I told these guys that I fished that thing out, and they go, wait a minute. You went on your own time to fish out a cart from the river, And then so they all laughed about it, and then like this one guy he printed out this certificate of award for river disposal or fucking I swear to God, I wish I still had that thing. I don't know where it is, but like they were laughing. They were like, "We'd like to present you with this award," and they like give me an award and stuff. And I was like, "This is really funny."
That's so fantastic! How have I never heard that story before?
I was saving it right for now. Yeah, I know. So that's kind of stupid, but yeah. So I just want to thank you for keeping the Auburn updates of the carts going for me. I appreciate that.
I want it to be more homey for you here in Arizona. I want you to think of
carts,
Auburn.
I swear to God. My brother saw this. He goes, he sent me a picture the other day. He was like I think he's still in Auburn. He sent me a picture and he goes, hey, how about this one? He goes, holy shit. And it was a car, and on the top of it looks like they had taken off the wheels of a grocery cart and they put it like as the top of their some sort of like holding like basket on the top of their car or truck or something. I can't remember.
No.
And I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna have to see this picture. It's great.
Oh my gosh,
it's amazing. So
wow.
He goes, this might be the ultimate cart. And I'm like, what? Is this legal?
It's really a cart.
It's oh, look at that! I said what you did.
It in there.
Yeah. So I just to get a little bit serious here, slow things down, a little bit serious. In 2018, you had some sort of accident, and which resulted in you being in the hospital for several months. I could actually see the scars on you right now, and I've always been curious to know what the hell happened, and do you have the details of the story, and if you could explain it?
So, about the time I was 20, I would get like these like little pustules or whatever, like under my armpits and like sometimes in between my legs and under my breasts. Mm-hmm. And I had gone to the doctor and I had tried, like they had drained them and they were like checking for MRSA, but it wasn't MRSA. And so I all of a sudden, fast forward to 2018. I had gone out that night. I was dancing, had a really good time. I was laying in bed. I woke up around 3 a.m. and I literally shot up out of bed and I was in so much pain.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was so bad. I literally had to crawl out to the living room. And because I couldn't get comfortable. So finally I had to like yell for my mom. And I didn't know what to do. But I'm stubborn. Yeah. So I was just trying to go to like the chiropractor or whatever. So finally on that Wednesday, I couldn't handle it anymore. I couldn't handle the pain. And so I was like, can you please take me to the ER? And then they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me for the longest time. I had all the head doctors. I was admitted that night, and I don't remember anything after that.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I was in a coma for 3 weeks, and
that's insane. So was it like a induced?
It was medically induced, yeah. But like they said that I should be able to remember anything, but like Jessica Murphy, she would come and visit me, and she's like, we would have conversations. This is before I was intubated, so I was intubated for a long time as well, but. So I would have conversations. She's like, you would literally be coming and I'm like, I don't remember you being here like at all. So,
wow. Yeah. So you don't remember anything,
no.
Nobody talking to you, nobody, doing.
I remember.
It's kind of crazy.
I remember Michael Ingen, which is our piano player for my family band. He came and he had brought chocolates and asked me if I wanted this kind of chocolate or this kind of chocolate. And I remember that and briefly seeing my cousin and my aunt and my uncle.
Huh.
And then that was it. And then I woke up and I was intubated and like they had to strap me down because I was literally like punching doctors and nurses and kicking because they were giving me a bunch of drugs. But fentanyl was making me hallucinate really bad. But yeah, they found out it was a staph infection that babies get and old people get.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's only a 30% chance of living. Then the doctor's like, if you would have come in a couple hours later, like you would not be here.
Wow.
And they still say that they can't explain why I'm there because it was so bad. My entire pelvis was filled with poison because it had been there since I was 20 and they couldn't operate on that, but they pressure washed my right wrist and then both my shoulders. So I have about 4 inches of scars on each shoulder. But yeah, they had to pressure wash them. So now I got some gnarly some totally wicked scars.
Yeah, well, I have some scars too, so we're scar buddies.
Yes.
We're scar buddies over here. So yeah.
So yeah, and then I got a really bad infection from being intubated that was actually life-threatening. That once you get it, you have like a year to live.
Yeah.
And then it's done. Like you don't survive it. And the doctor and my mom said that was the last time she Googled anything. She was like, that is the last time I'm Googling anything.
Oh my gosh.
And so then it was so crazy. The doctor came in when I was, because I was in the ICU for a really, really long time. And so I was in a normal room now for the last 7 weeks or whatever that I was in there. And the doctor came in and she said it was completely gone and they couldn't explain it. So
jeez.
Prayer's amazing. So thanks to everyone that was praying and thinking about me, sending good vibes, because I shouldn't be here right now. Yeah, I'm just too stubborn.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. And everybody else listening, they're probably glad to hear too, because you're a bright star that needs to be in this world right now. So yeah, gosh, well, yikes. So is there any chance of that coming back? I'm sure you have to go in for regular checkups and everything like that.
Yep. If I get any scratches, scrapes, cut myself shaving, I have to get my blood checked every 6 months to a year.
Wow.
Yep. And so I'm just really susceptible to staph. But yeah, I was just covering my bones.
Well, don't be a stranger to the hospital, because they saved your life. So that's good.
I know. They were so great.
Gosh. Well, I have a list of just some random questions, just to change the subject, make it a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah, so we went to the downer, and now we're back to the upper. So, I'm alive.
So just some softball questions here for you. So what is your favorite food?
Ooh, I would say...
Not hospital food, right?
I really love Mexican food.
Mexican food?
Yeah.
Mexican food's great.
I love like burritos and...
Oh, good. I just give you some...
Yeah, you
like,
send me tacos.
Yeah. And what is what's your favorite drink?
Ooh,
just
Monsters.
Regular drink. Monster drink?
Yeah,
Monster?
I like the orange Monsters, and I love the blue Monsters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. What's your favorite alcoholic drink?
Fireball.
Oh God! Of course. Oh Jesus.
Get crazy. Get
God.
wild.
Oh gosh. I could just see my brother just dry heaving right now. Who's the most famous person you've ever met? I mean, besides me.
Have I met anybody that's famous?
Have you ever met anybody famous?
I don't know. Because I guess I don't... I must have... I mean, I've been to, like, concerts.
You don't remember when Lady Gaga came to visit you in the hospital?
Oh, dang it. Why were they drugging me up so much? Yeah, I don't think I've met any fun ones.
Okay. Well, we'll have to
can we
introduce you to some.
Yeah. Oh, wait. No, the most famous guy is the guy from your guys' news. When we went karaokeing at that one bar, when Stephanie and I were here, the news guy was there. I have a picture of him.
The news guy?
Yeah.
What did he look like?
Maybe like a sportscaster or something. Or weather. I don't know.
Toppy?
Yeah.
Top Shelf?
No. From here in
from
Arizona.
Oh.
Yeah. That one, we met Stephanie Goddard. The other Stephanie Goddard at that bar, and that weird guy was talking about the taking Stephanie to his little playhouse.
Creepy. Oh God, I
can't remember. So yeah, that was the most famous person.
Gotcha.
One of your news guys.
One of the local news guys here. God. Okay. Who's your favorite singer?
Who, alive or dead?
Either.
Okay, so definitely Whitney.
Whitney. Okay.
Yeah, I love her, but I kind of
early Whitney or later Whitney?
Hey, she likes to party.
I didn't say who you like to party with more. Who do you like better as a singer?
Oh, my mistake. Don't be telling my secrets. Just kidding. Definitely Whitney. I really, really like her. And I also love Rihanna. Like, I think she's amazing.
She's solid. She's awesome.
Yeah.
And who's your favorite band?
My family band.
Oh, look
Is
at
that
that.
okay?
That's a
Is that
nice,
okay?
easy answer right there. I like that.
We do a lot of different things. We're dismantled now because my dad's going deaf. So that's a transition.
Your dad's like Pete Townsend of The Who. He's like, I'm starting to lose my hair.
Yep.
Time to hang up the...
Time to throw in the towel. But yeah, yeah.
Now, I see you have scars, much like I do. Do you have tattoos?
Yeah.
And how many tattoos do you have?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 or 6.
Okay, what are they?
So my first one I got is a shooting star that I designed it. I got it when I was 18.
Is it like the shooting star from The More You Know? Dun, dun, dun.
No, it's actually a music staff.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a music staff, and then it has an A at the top of it, and then it has a treble clef in it. That was my first one. And then my second one was after Patrick died. Heather Massey and I were sitting in Bender's drinking.
What?
I know, weird.
No.
And I had lost like 10 friends that year.
Jesus.
For different reasons.
10?
Yeah. It was insane. So I was looking up things about life, and I found the flower of life. And so in the bottom, I got in this moment written down. And so Heather and I got matching tattoos. I got them for us for Christmas. And then I have a Seahawks one.
Oh, yeah. Go Hawks.
Yeah. And then I got my favorite Bible verse tattooed on my wrist.
What is your favorite Bible verse?
Joshua 1:9.
Joshua, yeah. High five, yeah. You. Yeah.
When Chuck said that, I literally died.
Yeah.
I need to get Matlock on the other wrist.
Just get a picture of like Andy Griffith from the Matlock TV show.
It'll be fine. Everyone, you'll know. You'll know.
That's awesome. Awesome. Wait, is that all of them? You said that was was that 5?
Well, I have Superman.
And
then I have an old school microphone.
Oh, I always like that tattoo.
Yeah.
That's the mic you're on right now.
Yep. And with piano keys wrapped around it. But it's not done yet because I got to get a bass guitar and some rhythm because I play rhythm as well.
It's missing a band.
It's missing.
It needs the rest of the band.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Awesome. Well, hey, April, it's been awesome having you on the podcast today. Maybe we can have you on in the future sometime.
Heck yeah, I would love it. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Yeah, get crazy, get wild.
Let's party all night,
maybe
all weekend.
Do a little karaoke later. There's a karaoke bar right next to me.
So we're going to walk?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to walk. Yeah, we're going to walk. I'm partying with April. I got to fucking walk over to this bar. I am not fucking driving anywhere. Yeah. And I want you to stay healthy, be safe, and say hi to everyone back in Seattle for me.
I totally will.
And thanks again for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you for tuning in to the Josh and Friends podcast. If you have any questions or comments about today's show, feel free to leave a message in the comment section below. If you enjoyed listening to the podcast, please share away. And make sure you give me a like or a good review. I can always use the help. I'm Josh, and thank you for being a friend.